Quick crypto bringing you breaking Kaspa news. I believe it is now safe to say that the Kaspa FUD, the public argument that broke out on Twitter the last few days, it has finally come to an end, and thank the Lord that it has. Kaspa is now seeing quite a nice recovery as a result of this feud coming to an end, if you will. And like a double rainbow after a terrible storm, we are now seeing game-changing announcements coming from two of the biggest initiatives that are supporting Kaspa, being the KEF and KII. You may not be noticing it right now because the price of Kaspa is still only sitting around 9 cents, but the ecosystem for Kaspa is starting to expand rapidly and explode according to Christian Ludwig here, and that's a result, in my opinion, not financial advice of course. I believe we may see Kaspa make another local high, surpassing 13 cents and then some during this month in June. That of course not factoring in any of the uncertain developments like tariff headlines, for example. And in that regard, actually, in fact, Trump's administration, apparently they plan to potentially reinstate tariffs as seemingly trade negotiations are not proceeding as they're too slow. And the administration is demanding final trade deal offers from countries by Wednesday tomorrow. So therefore there's a possibility that we may see pullbacks in the markets tomorrow in the immediate short term, especially with all the FUD with the macro news as well. But with that being said, if you want to learn more to understand how to better capitalize in these markets, then come check out the Coin Factory VIP. We have a limited time offer where you can join for free for 7 days. And now, thanks to our working together with BYDFI, an exchange with no KYC, no VPN, a regulatory license in Canada and the United States, and many more regions, should you sign up through the affiliate link down below in the description and follow the steps in the Discord server, you will receive many benefits, including permanent VIP access to the BYDFI channels and a 1-month free trial to the Coin Factory Executive. So if that interests you, links down below in the description, and I hope to see you there. So to start off with, surrounding all of this FUD, the first of the two rainbows that's making itself visible here, we recently got confirmation from the Executive Vice President of the KEF, Johnny 141, that they are going to be meeting with USDC Circle next week in their office in New York. You can find proof of this down below in the description, and you can also see on screen right now that Johnny mentioned it at the end right here after this long rant when he's once more talking about Shy. But again, confirmation there that they're going to be seeing and speaking to the Circle team, USDC, next week, which is absolutely huge. Very big news, and we can even see that Wolfie will also be there. Now, this, for the most part, you could argue is just speculation. While coming from what I perceive to be very trustworthy sources, we are yet to see anything definitive. No definitive signs just yet. But that is what makes this post here from CoinPal.io so bullish. Earlier today, CoinPal, they posted that they are excited to share that they have joined the Circle Alliance program, a global network of like-minded individuals and companies and teams focus on the future of finance, and as members, we are looking forward to building new connections and continuing to learn and innovate with USDC and Web3 technology. CoinPal is a venture of the KEF and have already expressed desire to be running on Kaspa in the future. And when questioned about the legitimacy of this post, or more so what it will mean for Kaspa here, as we can see from Cap Central, why are not there basically, the CoinPal CEO Oyson Lee responded saying, when, not if, when USDC is officially launched on Kaspa, you will see it there. It is only a matter of time, family. USDC may not be the biggest stablecoin, losing out to USDT Tether of course, but they are perceived as the most trustworthy one, the one with the most transparency, the most regulatory compliance. So this will be a massive win for Kaspa and a massive vote of confidence and trust for other ecosystems as well and investors. And not to mention again the KEF. The KEF are still conversing with USDT Tether as well, so they're still talking to the biggest stablecoin issuer as well. So while we are still yet to hear any updates in that regard, stablecoin issuers will soon be trading on Kaspa. There's no doubt in my mind the two biggest ones, USDT and USDC, will be trading very soon, likely bridged first onto Kaspa and then trading natively on the fastest and most secure layer 1 protocol. I also heard through the grapevine, so this is my speculation, but I heard it from one of my trustworthy sources, that there's a strong possibility that these tier 1 exchanges, Binance, OKX, possibly Coinbase and others and more, they are waiting for these stablecoins to jump on Kaspa as the catalyst, therefore, to add a spot trading pair before that FOMO kicks in and everybody else tries to list Kaspa. So maybe stablecoins is that catalyst we're waiting for to see a mass injection of liquidity and a much higher price of Kaspa very, very quickly. Time will tell, of course, but there is no doubt that stablecoins on Kaspa have huge potential. As the KII announced just yesterday, we are working on Gigawatt stablecoin for the energy industry, which will be a carbon negative instrument for global settlements, but with Warp Core providing ISO transaction rails for banks that outperform XRP Ledger. Huge. Kaspa will easily enable the ability for banks and CBDCs to offer stablecoins on a truly decentralized network, unlike the centralized crypto company alternative. Now, this is so much bigger than you realize. In case you haven't heard blockchain banters and crypto pumps recent Sunday roast, or you equally don't tune into the daily live show I do on this channel, the KII swoop in as the second rainbow in this video, announcing some insane alpha information here. For example, the biggest one right here, one of them being the KII confirmed they had a mainnet test, that is right, a mainnet test on Friday just gone on Warp Core for ISO bank messaging. That's massive, that is huge, meaning Kaspa is one step closer to stepping into the same space that XRP is perceived to be dominating, except with Kaspa's infrastructure truly decentralized, extremely secure and quicker and cheaper, more scalable than the XRP ledger. With Warp Core, Kaspa will soon prove to the banks and financial institutions that they outperform XRP and will have the ability for banks and CBDCs to offer stablecoins. Now, if that's not game changing to you, then I don't know what is. If that does not build your confidence and conviction in what's coming for Kaspa, then I don't know what will. This is why I keep saying don't be emotional. Don't be so hung up on the short-term price action. Be logical. Look towards the future. Think long-term. Kaspa isn't your typical pump and dump scam token. It is building for the future of finance how it was always intended to be, adhering to the vision of Satoshi Nakamoto where energy is the true currency. The KII also made numerous other announcements in the live stream. The fact that they met with private Swiss bankers and they want nothing to do with crypto due to worries about investigations and regulatory actions, which is a bit bearish, but this is going to be the bank's downfall, as information that I provide to my VIPs here has proved to all of us that the banks who don't adopt this technology will cease to exist in the next couple of years, if not sooner. Again, you want to find out more, link down below in the description. The KII also mentioned that in building Gigawatt stablecoin, how they manage the collateral is extraordinarily difficult. In many cases, they only insure the first million and that is it. Thereafter, they have to go to their own insurance, highlighting therefore the significant financial and operational responsibilities stablecoin issuers take on, which would explain therefore why it's been so problematic and so difficult and time consuming for the likes of Tether and Circle to jump on Kaspa. But the KII are not worried though. They are looking towards the future for Kaspa in more ways than one. By first here also announcing in the live stream that they felt that EVM was clunky, so they brought out their own EVM called Electrum, but they are also considering a long-term 20-year future, so they're looking towards Wasm and Risk V as alternative, Risk V being what Ethereum is moving on to right now, and Wasm being the language of code, or language or code even, that was added to Kaspa courtesy of Crypto Aspect, the same man who is trying to build Project Sparkle, and also I believe the founder of Litecoin. That in and of itself is already very interesting, but the KII are not done yet when they express the potential, the benefits, the belief, the no-brainer for BitTensor for Tau to overcome their issues by migrating from their DLT to Kaspa. For BitTensor, the primary attraction are the dramatic improvements in layer 1 transaction speed, throughput and finality offered by Kaspa, coupled with a significant enhancement in layer 1 decentralization through Kaspa's proof of work consensus. This could transform BitTensor into a more responsive, scalable and credible neutral AI marketplace. So could BitTensor on Kaspa be the Kobe and Shaq, the LeBron and D Wade partnership that shakes up the whole crypto space? With AI on Kaspa, who could stop it? Much more is coming to Kaspa, and again, in my opinion, not financial advice. Like Solana, like AVAX, like Ethereum, all in their first cycles, Kaspa may not see much considerable price movement, but then an explosive rally in the last few months of the cycle. But let me know what you think down in the comments below about all within the video. What do you think about BitTensor and Kaspa, KII Alpha, USDC Circle, and much more? Can Kaspa take off very soon? I want to hear your thoughts. And equally, if you want to learn much more, come check out the VIP, and it's always done it short term, think long term, and I'll see you in the next one.